So that is one big advantage here for NAVI. Niku has to utilize this hero advantage he has to really shut down NTS, because if NTS gets away with an even lane up against the Undying, and he has access to his triangle, camps get stacked up on Dire side, it's very easy. So phase boots are up for our Shaker, and the Blink on its way to being farmed up next. Maybe now?
We might have him first, but I think we do, John, because you've got Glimpse up. You're committed. Why? Going to get pulverized. No help to come. In fact, Fisher does land, but Wyatt does go down. Now a big onslaught in from PMA. No follow-up yet. They've got to be a little bit careful about these decays stacking up from Niku, because it seems like they need to leave with this tombstone. Rather, no tombstone, but just the decays being such a nuisance. But now Niku, he's in trouble. Sonic Wave to land, but the Shallow Grave will keep him alive. He does still have Shadow Strike applied, but is going to heal himself up.
Maybe can go for a bigger commitment in some of these fights now.
They're coming. Bottom lane is where they'll go. They run right into Planet in just a second. Planet shouldn't really have the greatest way out of here, but he will start to life drain and be a bit of a nuisance. Of course, they'll hold on to the Glimpse for now. The zombies keeping up the vision onto Planet, but he will decrepify, drag him back with the Glimpse, but it's just not enough. They're not committing. Eventually, though, they will get Planet. But of course, they are going to lose Zayats in the process, as Niku, just trying to run out of there, will be forced to pop the Flesh Golem. And is in fact going to try and look for a way to fight back, but he is just being kited away. Bark will now jump in with the Shadow Strike, being a bit of a nuisance.
But now you have to play into that full Spirit Vessel, that you have no easy dispels here. That healing reduction will do wonders for the fights in Tidebound.
We're going to try again for Planet. Planet's got plenty of help incoming. They'll drop the Static Storm. And Planet, he's left on an island of his own, so he's just going to die. They'll take the Tombstone as the trade.
And this should be the signal now for Tidebound to go for that smoke. They will. Two supports with nothing to say. Swing around.
Oh. Here we go. Niku jumped. Echo committed immediately, and they've got him. Very nice pickup. Blink reveal for nothing to say.
Tidebound are just so disciplined, just not giving any free opportunity away.
I mean, it doesn't look pretty, but it certainly is very effective. They are going to see Y now, but Y is a tanky boy, and the TP rotations is just so quick, there's nothing to say with a beautiful Fisher. Sonic Wave is going to barely be there. Niku in big trouble, trying to run away, gets healed up just barely, but can't get out in the end. Perfect setup from nothing to say, a fantastic Fisher.
I mean, maybe again with this BKB on PMA, Niku actually has some backup to play with, because in a void, this Undying alone just does not do enough.
Trying to force a fight now, nothing to say, actually very, very low already. Will barely survive, glimpsing back into the Sonic Wave though, rather blinking in. Did he blink in or get glimpsed in? He must have got glimpsed. Yeah, he did. Alright, never mind. Mid lane, they do go in with the pulverize. Bark's gonna be alright. So very nice, you get nothing to say. They'll jump in again, they want a bit more. Planet will go down, has got the juice. He's a very tanky target. They'll try to heal him up though. He's a bit too excited, it seems like. They'll drop the tombstone to try and protect. Sonic Wave though is gonna land on two. Bark with a perfect angle. But can he get away now? The Blink's on cooldown for a while. They'll channel the Requiem. Niku gets hit. Niku's down. Oh, Navi getting a little bit too excited. They didn't have to jump back in, but they do. And they get punished heavily for it. Bark's going to move in and try to bait them in. Kinetic Field going to give the vision. Arcane Rune somehow picked up by Shiro in the middle of all this. And now the Fisher! Onto 3 again! Oh, it just keeps happening. It just keeps happening over and over again. Nothing to say. The perfect angle every time. What are you going to do against that, John?
I mean, you've got to be a little bit more disciplined. I think, again, it's that matter of experience versus relative inexperience coming in.
So the top wave was forced out anyway. So they won't take the risk of trying to force the top tier 3 tower without a creep wave coming in. But they do look to cut off perhaps PMA. But he was not... Oh, in fact, he's jumping in. With the BKB out, he's going to try and jump in and force the fight.
There's the damage.
It's not going to be enough yet. Is it a lot of damage, though? Here comes the Ursa now taking down Buck. Planet down a boot. It looks like if the setup does actually end up working out now as Y does go down, but they'll move in into Got the Juice. Got the Juice. Can he keep it going? It looks like he can. Nothing to say is down, but now the Sonic Wave is out taking down the Ursa. The PMA. I mean, it was a fantastic start to the fight, all things being said and done. But it's still not really quite enough.
No, I love that read as well from Tidebound. Going for more, but buying back on 3 to hold that position. When you get some value from that fresh null, you still have buyback here for Got the Juice, but with no BKBs.
Yeah, Nico looking pretty dead to me. Does have the Ceaseless Dirge, though. He's fine to come back. No buyback gold available here for Nico. Age is about to expire in 10, though, so they'll look for the reset on Tidebound. Glimpsed him back, however. The timing's very nice. Still 3 seconds to go. They're just waiting. There's the life drain. Here comes Got the Juice. Big onslaught out as well from PMA. On a 4 targets. There goes Shiro. They found the big one. And now they can go for more. Y is down. Bark will blink out of there. So they'll take the SF. They'll take the Ogre. Niku's not even there. Keep in mind, Niku's just pushing out the top wave, so you're missing your Undying to begin with to boot. They come, Jump is there, Pulverize is out. They caught Shiro on the SF. They have the refresh as well, so they go a secondary time. Can they save him? Shiro, he's still alive, just barely. With the Decrepify, he kept him alive, but no! The onslaught is enough. Shiro is down. So is your wife. Ogre, as they do pop a big Sonic Wave from Buck, but it's still not proving to be quite enough as they're continuing to try and deal with this Ursa. He'll get the heals out, the Tombstone even from Niku, buying a bit of time here for this Ursa as the Echo Slam, nothing to say. Taking down Niku, taking down Riddies and PMA. And guess what, John? There's still one man left standing. And that's going to be your Ursa. Got the Juices down, and so is Zayat.
Buyback, which is in 10 seconds. It's a high risk. He's only 200 gold off once that's up, and I don't know. Even with the buyback, though, will he have enough of Niku?
Oh boy, no. Well, that's one way to start it. Nothing to say. Immediately getting rid of the Undying. Ceaseless Dirge, though, was there. He's still 140 gold short of buyback gold here for the Undying, though, so he needs to be a little bit on the cautious side for Niku. But he's going to find a way to protect these tier 4 towers. And in they go. Fire Blast out. Look at the HP removal coming in. He'll barely survive for now, but the jump is there again. The Sonic Wave not going to quite do enough. Meanwhile, in the back, they're trying to jump. At least the SF, but they've gone onto the Shaker instead. They'll try for nothing to say. He's going to refresh Orb up. He'll commit it immediately. Meanwhile, PMA trying now for Buck instead, but he can't do it. Not as his own. It seems like this Ursa got the juice. He's got to run out of there. He's out of HP. So they'll drop Niku another time. And GG is called. It's a Tidebound. Making game 1 look pretty easy. And props to NAVI, John. There was a couple moments where it felt like they were going to make a pretty big comeback, but well, nothing to say. He was just not having it. I mean, props to NAVI. They tried to start on a strong foot here with this kind of draft, but it doesn't really pan out for them. MVP-wise, I think we can all agree it was probably nothing to say, Jonathan. Plenty of times that he just completely saved the game.
And that is nothing to say is here on mid. We will actually get the Zayat's Magnus, and we will end up with the Niku Snap. So it is a Snapfire up against the Pangolier, which, again, right-click Snap is sort of dead. They did try to buff it back up just a tad bit, but Magical Snap is still strong.
Body blocks perhaps to come from NAVI down in this bottom lane. There is some rotations coming, though. Planet's also going to be there with Shiro and Y, so they're not going to allow these body blocks to happen for free. In fact, they could lead to kills if the side of NAVI aren't too careful. They're trying to jump Y here, but it's going to be the Venge going down first. The first blood coming out for Shiro. And to make matters worse, they don't block anything. And now the next nightmare, once it is up, you are in dangerous territory as the side of NAVI, because those razors, they are going to start to hurt quite a bit. Planet in danger, should be set to fall eventually, and they do get it. Got the juice able to secure with that scorched earth damage.
Pretty good with the avoidance that they're doing, and the enablement of that avoidance for Zayats. with these pulls.
Oh, they've
Get
got a
him to just
mag.
soak up, hold on.
Zayat has been caught. No escape this time. YBL will be able to finally find the pesky mag. And
They do not quite have the swap on PMA, but might be able to soak it up soon here.
oh, they love Shiro too. Perfect target if they can find a cookie here from Niku. And they are indeed going to do so. Oh, he's a bit close though, Shiro. He's going to go for a run, but it's not going to matter. They had the scatter blast to follow up anyway. They'll be very, very satisfied, I'm sure, with the killers. Now top lane, got the juice. Middle of no man's land right now, but is still making his way out. Y will not have Nightmare for another 7 seconds, so chances are got the juice is just not going to die here.
Just good plays from both sides. Timely use of that gate to line into that movement down. But I'd say this game state is rather interesting. Like, we've seen a lot more play out from Na'Vi, but you are starting to eke out just a little bit more on Tidebound, just a tad bit here.
No, they're going to go after Riddies. Riddies one hit away, though no, he does barely heal up with the stick charges, and the raise isn't going to land either. But they do get him. Swashbuckle from nothing to say to ensure they get the kill.
Forward and kiss away.
Gonna be fun, that's for sure. TP's out. Looks like there is going to be a bit of a jump top lane where they are going to try and get Barkin. Well, they've certainly got him with the Doom setup. Niku's there just in case they needed the help, and they do not. Got the juice. Able to secure the kill quite easily here on the Doom.
All things considered, this network lead is mandatory for DOTA2 anyhow. A bit of a rotation down bot here.
They're going to find Zayat. He's got Niku there to help. They'll drop the Fiend's Grip. Cookie is going to help just a little bit. In fact, the Scatter Blast as well landing. But the Requiem is still going to make it to the TP way. Can he get out in time? Ooh. He cannot. He's been swapped, glimpsed. Literally everything they can throw at him. At least Y does make his way out, but they lost a much bigger target.
And Tidebound, again, I think the big difference with this game and the previous game is that they made a couple of mistakes earlier on. Like, Shiro was looking to be aggressive up top.
Immediate zoom out onto Bark again, and he's got the backup as well from Niku, just in case he needed it, but of course he doesn't. There'll be another kill, this time to go to Riddies of all people. They'll take it. Bark just not able to really have a game quite yet here on this Mars. Still trying to farm that blink up. Now a full Radiance completed on Got the Juice, which is going to make life pretty scary if you are Tidebound. They are even going to find the SF to boot. Static Storm dropped with the kinetic field. Shiro, all he could do was continue to farm. Nobody was around to help him out. Riddies going to get denied off by the neutrals again. Nothing to say, not going to get anything for his trouble. Immediate tip from Riddies. Oh, jump in, Buck. He's going to find himself a big target on Niku. And Niku does get executed. And by the way, John, his Helm of the Dominator wasn't being used. It's a passive Dominator. Well, it's perfect timing if they can get there. Tidebound, they're going to take the Tormentor before this fight is set to break out. Y will pick up a free shards. Probably, it's one of the worst shards, Jonathan, honestly, but doesn't matter. They've got the Tormentor down. Rotations incoming though. Shiro, kinetic field. No, they're not going to see him. In fact, Buck's the one to jump in. He found Zayat straight off the bat, so Zayat's going to get nothing off on this Magnus. They even took down Riddies. It's a horrible fight for Na'Vi. They're still trying to maybe deal with Shiro, but Shiro's going to BKB up. He's perfectly fine to just tank all the gobble up plays. And now the Fiend's Grip catching Got the Juice, who still has his Doom up. He never got it off. It's a 1-for-3 trade in the favor of Tidebound, and well, of course they're more than happy to just get out of it. Four-man, make it a 5-man smoke. Who do they run into first? They do see Y. Y will look to retreat. They'll hang around their own vision by that Radiant jungle, but the cavalry's coming. PMA will jump straight on the Bane, takes down Y immediately as the rest of the squad look to just run away. Zayat's unable to really get within range for a skewer back, but they'll take what they can get here. It's just going to be a solo Bane kill for now. It looks like they're thinking about reinitiating though. Shiro, he'll get his BKB off, but he's going to look to retreat again, I think. They don't really want to waste their time on the PMA Bane, or rather they do apparently on this Venge. Doom is out. They'll try to chase the SF, but he's going to be perfectly fine to get out of there. Nobody's really dying yet. Mortimer's kisses to fly in, but the TP out from the SF, but no, the glimpse! Oh, the glimpse from Riddies, ruining Shiro's day. They might still find PMA, and they will. And they'll even find the Aegis, but a nice RP into the skewer back on our 2 targets, and the static storm to be dropped will ensure the follow-up will not really make sense at all for Tidebound. And that'll be enough for NAVI, I think. Are looking to use Shiro as bait to try and hunt something down. The NAVI looking well aware that this could be a bait here from Tidebound. They're going to go for a smoke into an RP play. They found 2 targets, but the skill back play into the static storm just going to make them melt. Bark is surviving for now, but certainly not for long. And there goes Y. Being dragged back, even a gobble up play right into Shiro.
What?
Oh, the aim from Niku. Unbelievable. As PMA going for more, looking for the full team wipe. Probably not going to find it. Maybe they will. Even the blood grenade landing on Niku in the meantime. Going to be pretty scary to have to play against, I'm sure, as Y gets some vision down. We'll see them immediately. The jump is there. Arena is down from Buck, but the follow-up is not incoming. He's just holding the rest of them back as they try to do with Zayat. Zayat's finally going down, but Wyatt does fall as well as they've got Shiro. Shiro just gets deleted by Got the Juice. The Doom wasn't even committed on the SF. It's committed onto Bark. A double kill here for Got the Juice. And nothing to say. There's nothing he can do. He'll at least take down 1, but it's GG. They don't see the path back into this game. It's just too one-sided. NAVI, props to the boys, Jonathan. They have forced us into a secondary game 3. Do you give it to the cockiest player in the world? Do you give it to Niku, John? Is that who we're giving it to?
Yeah, I mean, look, we've got to subtract some points from Niku for not maximizing that Dominator earlier. That I'm not the most confident in is the Sand King mid. I mean, it still works. Like, Sand King mid is a thing, especially into a melee matchup, but I don't know if it's as effective as before. Still, melee matchup should be workable here, and it is a chain gang Ember, so you're not going to get double impacted to death at the very least, but the utility of Niku later on is going to be big. They are getting a lot more from these lanes as well with this investment. Like, the bot lane's more even for Shiro and PMA in terms of farm, but the mid lane, again, is an outstanding win for them. You can say the top lane is going to really bad for that.
I don't know about this. Got the Juice is going to try and move in now onto the Centaur. Bark's going to get the stun off. Planet actually ran out of mana, though. He went for the little shredder usage. He doesn't have enough for Scatter Blast, so they can't actually look to try and trade. Bit of a shame. Bark will end up going down, but we've got the Juice. He'll be very happy with that trade as bottom. They're going to try and move in now into Zayat. Will be silenced up on that mag, but they are going to lose Y instead on the silencer here for Tidebound, so...
No. At the least, you get the levels up, and Niku can just go back for the reset and not have those chains. Look at that. Long-range setup.
Yeah, indeed, it was. A lot of damage being dealt here by Nothing to Say, but they should be able to find a successful trade. A very cheeky setup by Niku with the chain gang of the Remnant. Who does he find, though? I mean, they are going to run into Planet. Trying to fight over the Shrine of Wisdom. Niku's going to make it in time to contest. Planet is actually manning up here, but he shouldn't have enough damage unless the rotations do come in, and Niku will now be contested. Can they get the burrow? Oh, they can! They were so patient with it. Just ensuring Niku didn't see them so he couldn't remnant away. So you did have PMA at the top of the net worth board, but followed right after him is the Sand King, and of course our junglers. They are going to try and chase down at least Y. He's got a jug around him, but it doesn't seem like the help will be incoming apart from that Stampede, but that's not going to help enough. It does buy a bit of space to try and force the fight if you want it.
Maybe once you have that up, you can start to feel a little bit more confident in engaging in. Got some good control coming in. Hello? Bach?
Bark again. Bark, I mean, he's a tanky boy, but he's going to try for a TP play out. They've got the chains, though. Niku again going to lock him down. Bark, second death of the game now on the Centaur. And he will be able to do so, but now Zayat is on the chase. Doesn't really have any kind of way to close the gap, but he's chasing. And they are going to find eventually a target in Planet. So even commit the RP just in case. And Planet will indeed go down to Got the Juice.
Yeah. You know, spin TP doesn't work in that sense. With that up, there is a big smoke from Tidebound, though, and this time they've got the global silence. Could be enough to pin someone like Niku down.
Global Silence committed. They are going to make the jump in onto Niku, and they've got him. A very important kill here for Tidebound. No defense really setting up here from the side of NAVI. They are TPing heroes up top, maybe thinking about going after Buck once again. And Buck, well, he's going to get caught. He's got his Crimson Guard up to make life a little bit more challenging for them. In fact, the burrow and epicenter. Nothing to say is here. He's got the help this time around as the Stampede. Gonna try and allow them to escape right out of here, but PMA, he's still going. The Omni committed though, gonna ensure he gets taken down. Has got that Joes. Not got the Joes. He's also down. Nick is gonna try and clean up here, but he hasn't got the spells. He hasn't got the damage. Oh, they found another Zayats to drop. And Bark with the bait. Nothing to say with the initiation. I love the fact that Shiro joined in as well for that team fight. Just understanding he didn't really have too much work to do. They certainly cleaned up as they are going to commit an RP top lane. Try to just secure a quick one onto Planet. Zayats with the no hesitation RPs on this support Magnus, which is fair enough. It doesn't really change the game at all though, does it? Like you're finding these snap by kills, but they don't really mean anything. They are going to go for the immediate smoke rotation, trying to head down towards the bottom side of the map to see if they can find the side of Na'Vi here in this radiant triangle. Excuse me, rather just jungle. PMA is going to be narrowly avoided, but Niku gets caught out. Yule Scepter is there. Niku still alive for now, but the Hoof Stomp is going to connect. And just in time for Y to secure a few more int for that kill. You'll love to see it. Niku's still hanging around the mid lane. They're going to see him. Niku, they land a stun. He gets the Yules. But the Global Silence, of course, is there. And that's a little bit of a concerning sign for Niku. Getting caught another time, and these are somewhat projected stuns. You know, they're not instant. No. It's a bit problematic. Rolling Thunder. PMA, he's going to try and move in. At least see if they can pick off Y. Cookie is going to help out just a little bit as Y actually still alive with all these shields being applied. Zayat's the one in trouble. Does pop the RP before he goes down. Meanwhile, an Omni being thrown out, but bounces the creep wave. It bounced right to the creep wave. A nice kind of route from Got the Juice, but he has to leave the rest of this team to just die. It's just Got the Juice left, and he might not be out of danger yet either. No. Just stop. Enough. Enough. Have some shame. Have a bit of shame.
Shame, Mikey.
Mid lane. Oh, Buck. He's going to see a live stealer. Gets into the workhorse. Tries to run his way out. They have locked him down, though. It's going to be a big kill if they can get a Buck. Is going to go down. Here comes Shiro. He still has the Omni to play with. Did commit the Swift Splash earlier on. Global Silence committed. Na'Vi, they might just get away with murder. Tidebound not seeing the opportunity to try and turn this one. They will let them walk out. And that's a big deal because Roshan, it is available. The thing is they're playing without a Centaur here for Tidebound, so it could be a very scary initiation they're looking for. If they do find Zayats, but they miss the Burrow Strike. And that's going to be Roshan going down and a consolation prize in the form of nothing to say, though Niku goes down. Well, how did Niku die?
And they've shown us time and time and again that this is a team that you can't fully count out once they've got some tools to play with here.
No, absolutely not. Na'Vi proving to be back in this one as they're going to try and jump. Got the Juice, but again, he's just proved... Oh, I don't want to say invincible. Maybe I shouldn't say invincible, but he does get pretty damn low. In they go. There's your Aegis down. That's one life gone. He's a bit of a sitting duck right now. Got the Juice. They'll jump in again with the Omni. It's no problem. It is no problem this time around. I was literally about to say this lifesteal is invincible, and it's well, I got halfway there, John.
He looks more invisible to me, Mikey. I don't see him.
Oh,
I think you know?
Mid lane. Yeah, that's the second time he's died to that Abyssal Blade. Got the Juice. Oh, he's about to reveal himself too. This is very awkward timing for Got the Juice. They'll try to use him as bait. Got the Juice, still trying to move away. Hoofstomp's not going to land though. Did he not see it? I don't think he did. Oh, and the Hex is out as well. Got the Juice and PMA both going down. Oh, nobody saw the Hoofstomp. He was within fog. They could try to blow up Shiro, but it won't really be that simple. They'll wrap around through the Radiant jungle. Y will be spotted eventually, and they might just try to burst him down first, and they will. The jump is there, and they've got him. The Croaker even getting involved. Now as the Swift Flash comes in, they want this lifestealer dead. He's going to try and heal up through it. Stunned up is the Juggernaut. Leashed up even, but the Swift Flash will run. The Omni Slash going to fly right through. Zayats and Niku gone. Triple kill for Shiro. They just don't have the damage, and GG's called. It's just not enough in the end. Tidebound. I mean, sure, you kind of force their backs against the wall there in this game 3, but Tidebound still proving to just be the better team here today.
They had some ideas again with this draft. It's just, it fell flat in execution. And I have to say again, a couple of times where they get a little bit antsy to get things going early, and it just makes their game harder to play.